Hello and welcome to the 4th Age Total War Hot Seat session with Wombat, or Wambat as you please. I'm playing a hot seat session for 4th Age Total War Dominion of Men and Modification of Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. I am the Dwarves faction. In this series, each episode will encompass one turn because I then have to trade the game off to others before resuming once they're finished. Let's see what's happened so far. Let's look at diplomacy, see if anybody has made alliances or wars. Let's see here. Dunabar is at war with the Reunited Kingdom. I'm pretty sure they started that way. United Kingdom at war with Harad and Dunland. I also believe they started that way. That looks like normal. Okay, I don't believe any new wars have started. Alright, so I did speak with Count MRVHS, who is in control of Dorwinion, which is right up to the north of Narragziggle here, and he's agreed to trade. Let me think now. So, Count MRVHS as Dorwinion has agreed to trade and alliance. Haven't acquiesced. I haven't acquiesced to military access yet. So easiest way looks like they should have a settlement right near this crossing here that I can contact him and get that trade going and alliance. I made the same proposition to Tulkasthevalient, who is playing as Reunited Kingdom, but who is also... Stop there. Okay, got an emissary right here. But is also subbing in for the Elves, and I'd be happy to have a trade and alliance with both of those factions, but he did not get back at me with whether or not he would agree to that. So I'll remind him and see if he's going to agree to that or not. But we can go ahead and take care of this now. So in order to do diplomatic negotiations between other players, I need to use forced diplomacy because the AI won't do what they want. So let me just look up the rules on that. Okay, so we do this by having the negotiation, suggesting alliance and trade, and then we press the question mark and the show me how button. There we go. And then we press make offer. And now we're allies and we have trade rights. That's excellent. That should improve income for both factions considerably. Let's see. I already got trade rights with Dale. Who else do I border? Nobody. Probably a good idea to get trade rights with, let's see, Rhun. I don't believe anybody's playing Rhun, so I'll send him over there. Let's see. Looks like when you get your faction back, these development and recruitment are checkmarked for you. Probably something the AI does when it's using your faction. Let's see here. I want to get these construction things. I want reducing construction costs. That is an excellent plan. What about this one? Yeah, so I do that one. Alright, next location. It's a good thing I noticed that I've got to go through here and change all of those things. Deep mines. Now why can't I build deep mines? It's because they're too expensive? Yes, it is. Okay, so they don't have the same construction project the other one does. This just increases the speed of construction. which is certainly not as good in my esteem. So let's see if there are other options that I need to reserve my capital for. Now here we have a choice between those two. So we'll definitely go with reducing construction costs. Everybody wants my speed of construction to be faster. I just want my cost to go down. Honestly, faster speed of construction just means I'll be spending money all that much faster. Okay, that was all of the provinces. Now, is there anything I can do with my troops? Okay, we need more troops at this location. Because Rhun, or whoever owns this, actually... No, because I think there's a player playing North Rhun. He could certainly start sending troops up over here to grab Barad-dûm. I do have to be very mindful of how attractive a target I am because of these items right here. Anybody who comes and grabs my locations will be getting 40,000 in gold right away. So that's a huge incentive, and that means I need to be proactive in constructing got an agent here, in rather recruiting units and making my locations defendable. Who of these do I like better? Dwarven hammers are effective against armor. Much lower armor, however. I feel like I like axe throwers better, but they are damned expensive. I might have to wait until this guy gets some discounts to recruitment. Next turn he should have his ancillary that gives him a lordship, and then a turn or two after that he'll be attuned, and that'll probably be as cheap as I can get these axe throwers, so I'll wait until that happens. Okay, we already have an agent going out in that direction, so let's get an agent going out this direction. Okay, I just got consent from Tulkas to establish trade and alliance with both the Elves and the Reunited Kingdom. So I'll see which one of those. I definitely do the Elves this turn, and I'll have to see if I can get an emissary to the Reunited Kingdom. If not this turn, probably by next turn. Okay, that should bump up our trade a bit. I have an emissary here, and let's see, it's actually going to take 3 turns to get him over to the Reunited Kingdom. So maybe if Tulkas sees this, he'll make his own emissary and sort of send him on over to meet mine, and that would be handy. Even if nobody claims Loon anytime soon, the Reunited Kingdom can easily grab the territory up here, which I border, and then I'll be getting some better trade that way. There's that loony settlement. Tulkas might come up there and grab that. It's a pretty easy thing to do when you're Elves. And that's fine by me, honestly, because that'll bump up my trade income from that location.
No more moves. Awaiting your command.
Okay, so what I want to do is just start exposing the position on some of these settlements. Actually, what's this? Oh, Dunabar's right here? Were they right here last turn? They must have just captured this or something. Okay, well that's not cool for Hollowbold. Famously not friendly towards dwarves, so unfortunately I will have to go ahead and invest in some more troops here. But go ahead and get my emissary out here where he can get his eyes on things. And then we have another emissary here. We were going to send him out in this direction. I've asked, so I have proposed trade rights to Isambard, who is in control of Tharbad, and with any luck he'll agree to that, and once he captures these areas, or if I capture them when we share a border, we'll get some extra income. I also hope he will join the Reunited Kingdom against Dunabar, maybe capture this area here, Sarnford I think it's called, and again allow me trade and maybe make me not worry so much about Dunabar coming in and taking my settlements, or raiding it, as you might say. Now there is something I can do here in the north. These are relatively secure settlements, and what I can do is take the armies that are inside of them and move up here and capture a dwarven settlement up here. Let's see what that one's called. Orodengrim. Now Orodengrim has a dwarven population, and so I want to add that to my empire as soon as possible and start taking advantage of that population to produce troops and stuff and such. So we can get all these armies, sans the governor, moving in that direction. And they've got a pretty good-sized army here that I'll probably have to fight on the field. And I'll only have, well, 4 units to do it with, although I can probably spare this governor to participate in that battle. Okay. But my units are very hardy, so I'm hoping that will make the difference. Let's go ahead and get this agent scouting out here. Just want to expose where these settlements are. Maybe take a peek. Just 1 unit in there. That should be easy enough if I can get to the settlement. And there's some other orc holds in this area that I want to expose. And then up here there's another one near these mountains. Go ahead and have them go fast. I wonder, actually, I should probably send these Dwarves of the Iron Hills to help in the acquisition of this settlement. So I'm going to send them out here. I do have a little cushion of time before I really have to worry about Vera's Doom coming under attack, I think. So we'll have them get themselves out here to help in capturing this dwarven hold. So as you can see, I've got myself pretty far down financially, investing in my projects, and rather than wait for monies to come in through trade and such in order to get construction projects going, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be destroying the dwarf holds as I need more money, because the only benefit they provide is a small public order and tradable goods benefit. It's like, I think, 5% tradable goods. And though that's not insignificant, it won't amount to the equivalent of 20,000 Mirian for probably more than 100 turns. And, I don't see this series lasting 100 episodes. So I'm especially going to be getting rid of them on my more exposed settlements, so that if they ever do come under assault and are captured, at least I won't have lost the value of those hordes. Alright, is there anything else that I can accomplish this turn? Starting to think there is not. Just going to peruse a little bit. Did I ever send out this agent? I did not. Well, let's make sure that happens. He can expose these settlements over here, at the least. Okay, so Tharbad already has Swan Fleet. I'm not sure if they started with that, but it looks like they are positioning themselves to take Austenedville, which is fine. I'm happy to have them have that settlement. I certainly wouldn't want to have to try to defend it. So I'll just have my agent ready to make contact with Tharbad once I get permission to set up trade with them, provided they are willing. Now, I do have an issue in that I need to get military access with at least the Elves. Otherwise, Dwarduff is really boxed in and useless here. So let's get that established. I'll send Tulkas a message about that. Maybe we can get that done. What do we have here? Is this a player? No, that's... Oh, yes. That looks like Tulkas is going down here to capture the settlement.
Yes, master.
Oh, that's wise of him. I think this settlement is a... what do you call it? Fiefdom, maybe, for the Elves. At any rate, a good location for them to hold. And then he's going to be going down to Rhun. Alright, let's just look at our agents this way. They've all been moved, it seems. Except for this one.
My lord?
Oh, I built another agent here. I wonder why I did that. Well, I can send him down here to expose these settlements, I suppose. Exposing settlements is always a good idea. You want to know where things are, where armies are likely to be coming from, things like that. It's just good to have them exposed on the map. Yeah, so it's going to take me a while to get my army together up here in the north to take that dwarf hold, but I don't mind that because during all that time I'll still have trade income with the independent peoples. I will lose that income as soon as I try to take this settlement or probably encounter this army. So it's a good idea for me to postpone that, or at least it's beneficial for me to postpone that eventuality. It'd be nice if I had an extra governor or two. This guy looks really old. He's probably going to be gone soon. I just have to make do with what I have at the moment. Okay, so that seems to be all of my agents moved. If I moved him as far as he can go, yeah, I have. And no more cities need to do anything. Make sure they're all constructing. These guys aren't constructing anything because they don't like the construction projects that they offer. Otherwise, everybody's doing what they need to do. Alright, well that was a pretty quick episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. And maybe by next turn I'll have unrestricted access to movement through Elvish territory. Let's see. Oh, that's right. There's as a dwarf, I feel like it's nice for me to hold on to all of the orc holds that are dot the mountain chain. And there's one up here, but I believe that means I will have to walk through Beorning territory. Let me see here. So in this hot seat, the Beornings are not claimed by any players. So that means, well, I'm not sure if that means I would need to get military access from them to move through their lands. I may be able to just trespass and that be allowed, because I could get right up to here. If, let's say, Tulkas decides to capture this settlement, which is likely, if I can get up to here, if he provides me with military access, then I could get to that mountain hold in just one turn of movement. So it means I'm hoping I won't be likely to be ambushed or attacked on the way there. But ultimately, I would like to get the other up here. This was the passage that Bilbo took through the Misty Mountains. I forget what it's called in the game, but it's, at the pass to the Lonely Mountain here, and I'd like to capture that as well. And then, of course, up here at Gunbad, that is one of my objectives, and I should hold that. Okay, I had a little crash to desktop there, but Unfortunately, I hadn't saved after that point, so I had to redo all of those moves, but that did allow me to notice that my settlements are all on the wrong policy. Again, it's probably something that the AI does. Probably isn't going to make a difference, but I just want to make sure that everybody's on growth. Okay, and it also did give me a chance to look at the rules again, reminding me that I cannot make agreements with factions that are not played by the player other than trade agreements. So I won't be able to get military access from the Beornings. I will have to just trespass on them, which is unfortunate. But it does remind me that I should send an emissary over to get trade access from the Beornings. What I'll probably do is send down a unit, this emissary, to make contact with Rhun, and then up north to make contact with Beornings. Because if I do start grabbing these mountain holds, then I'm likely to need to be able to trade with the Beornings. Alright, what to do next? Pretty sure that's everything that I needed to do. Got all of my units moved. Yeah, I think that'll be all till next turn. Thank you for watching. This has been Wombat in the hot seat for 4th Age Total War, Dominion of Men as the Dwarves, Episode 2. Tune in again once we have another episode out.